Hey everyone, so a good friend of mine here on YouTube, Mommy Tips by Cole, wanted to do this kind of big collab makeup tutorial for busy moms. If you're not a mom, maybe you're working or you're a student, or maybe you just don't like spending a lot of time doing your makeup. So we're all going to do kind of makeup looks that you can do under 5 minutes. So I am going to be doing this, and this is, to me, I call it like an upper smoky eye because it's like a smoky eye, but I don't do anything on the bottom. And I do sometimes do things on the bottom, but I feel like for the quickest, easiest to make your eyes look a little bit brighter and awake, and it looks like you did your makeup, but it's super easy and fast. This is going to be like my upper eye makeup look under 2 minutes. I use my fingers a lot. I have 3 kids, so a lot of times I just can't be sitting in front of the mirror spending a whole lot of time doing my hair and makeup. My hair, I literally wake up, this is like not done hair. This is usually how I just leave my hair. Once in a blue moon, I'll even tie it in a ponytail, but that's like way too much work for me. So usually my makeup, I try to keep it like under 5 minutes. And then the baby is usually at my feet and I'm like giving her a bunch of like lip glosses and lipsticks to throw and bang around while I'm doing my makeup. So all the other moms that are doing this, I'm going to link them below, so please check them out. Check out their 5-minute looks. I think it's sometimes really great to learn and see tips on how other people do things that are effective for them, and we are all different eye shape, skin tone, ages. So what might work for me, maybe it won't work for you, but maybe you'll find something that works for you. I'm trying to do an eye look that will kind of work on any eye shape, and it'll be quick and easy. So hopefully this is helpful to you guys. Anyways, for all you mommies out there, take good care of yourself, not for anybody else. I get ready every day. It doesn't matter if I'm just going to the park, if I'm staying at home, if I'm going to be painting all day with my kids. It doesn't matter. I just do it for myself because personally I think it's fun and it makes me feel good. And I think a lot of times when you're a mom especially, obviously everything is about your kids, that you totally neglect yourself. And I think it's really important to do just little things like doing your makeup for yourself so you feel good about yourself, and then when your hubby walks through the door or whatever, you can be like, hey, and he'll be like, hey, and you just feel good about yourself. And I don't know. Anyways, so if you want to learn how to do my this is more my everyday winter to fall look. I usually do this, or I just do a real clean eye with like more eyeliner, like a cat eyeliner, and then brighter lips. So if I want to do more neutral lips, this is the eye look I go for. I think I'm catching a cold. No. Okay, so obviously you can see from my eyes right now, this one looks a lot bigger than this one. I just feel like as I've been getting older, my eyes look smaller. So before, when I could just swipe on mascara and leave and feel good, I feel like now I need a little more. And so I do feel kind of like more is more. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. It's going to take like 2 minutes for you to do. It's probably going to take me a little longer because I'm going to be chit-chatting with you guys as I do it. I use my fingers a lot just because when you're in a rush, you don't have time. Your fingers are always easy to find. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this real quick. And here we go. Okay, hopefully this stays in focus the whole time. I'll keep checking to make sure. But okay, so I've already drawn my eyebrows, and then I go in with a matte kind of creamy vanilla-y color, and this is Endless Pearl, the Infallibles, and I just put that under my eyebrow bone. And I like kind of a vanilla-y color rather than a white or a shimmery, because a lot of times with the white shimmery, when you take pictures, it looks a little bit too white up there. So next you're going to find any sort of really creamy, smooshy eyeliner or gel liner if you have that. I really like the Avon Big Color. They're like big eyeliner, fatty eyeliners, and this one is a Night Glisten, and I just like this one because it's so smooshy. So what I do is I draw thicker on the outside, go thinner on the inside, just like, you really don't need a lot, just like that much, and then I go all the way in my lash line, all across, And this one we're not going to go smoky underneath. I'm just going to keep it all up top, because especially on long days when you're chasing your kids around and stuff, sometimes when you go underneath, by the end of the day you just look real messy. And I feel bad saying this, but kind of like how Britney Spears' makeup has been looking on The Voice. Have you guys been watching this? Sometimes I like wonder like why they don't fix up her makeup, because Demi Lovato's makeup looks so good. Anyways, okay, so that's there. I'm going to take a little brush like this, and then I'm just going to smudge it and kind of make this shape. And this is why you want an eyeliner that's really smushy, because then you can just like smudge it out with your brush. So depending on your eye shape will depend on how far you smudge this out. And of course like how dramatic you want it. But because I have monolids, when I open my eye the whole thing disappears. I gotta pull it up a little bit higher so that you can kind of see it when my eyes open. Okay, so this doesn't need to be perfect either. So once you've kind of smudged it up, you're going to take any sort of color, and I like kind of coppery, browny colors. I'm going to be using Dark Horse from the Naked palette, and I just use the same brush that I just used. I think the least amount of steps and tools you use, the faster it goes. And then I'm just going to smudge that on top and then kind of re-smudge it out. And then what I do too is, of course, using my fingers, I just dip it in that shadow and kind of pat it on top too, so it kind of gives it a more saturated color. I like this Dark Horse color. A lot of times I use Bronze Taupe from the Infallibles too, or like a navy blue color. Okay, so now it's starting to be like smudged out. And then just to smudge it out a little bit better, because you always want to blend really good, take a neutral color that's like neutral to your skin tone, and I'm going to be using the Naked color here, and this is just a matte color on a fluffier brush, and then I'm just going to blend that out. Now if you want this to be a little more like glammed up or a little more fancy, you can always add like a shimmery lighter color on the inner corner, but this is like as simple as we can do it, so I'm just gonna do it very, very simple. Okay, so a lot of times like at this point I kind of step back, and to make sure that it's really nicely blended, I'll go back with my finger and kind of blend it again. Okay, and then from this point I'm just going to add eyeliner, and this just kind of defines it a little bit. I'm going to be using the Milani liquid eyeliner, and it's really goopy, but it stays on all day. So to me it's worth the little bit of extra effort to get that eyeliner on. And now I'm not going to do anything at all to the bottom part of my eyes. I'm not even going to add mascara to my bottom lashes. And I just do like a little wing, and I feel like it just kind of creates a border for where your eyeshadow is staying within, kind of like when you're coloring, it's like the outline. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, but so I have the little wing, and then the next step is just mascara. And so if you're like me and your eyelashes are super sparse and kind of non-existent, what I do is I make sure that I curl them really good, the little ones that I do have. And then what I do is, okay, so this is the Lash Blast Volume, waterproof of course. When you pull out the little wand, there's like a bunch of mascara up here, right? So what I do is, instead of sitting here doing 10 coats, because I just don't have time to do that, I take that goopy part and I smudge it all at the base of my eyelashes. And it instantly makes my eyelashes a lot thicker at the base, and it like works as that kind of clumping agent to make my eyelashes a lot thicker quicker. And like the end eyelashes, I do that too. so they're a little bit thicker. And basically that is it. If there's any sort of fallout underneath, I usually take the brush that I used for my wet foundation, and then I just go underneath like this and I do one swoop, and it gets rid of any sort of fallout. And that is it. It's so easy, but you know, your eyes look like they're done, you know? And that takes like 2 minutes, especially when you're not talking.